Hi, welcome to Happenings. I'm Helen Moriarty. A New England artist, Debra Bretton Robinson, has been inspired by the landscapes that surround her. The artist graduated from Massachusetts College of Art and Design in Boston, Massachusetts, with a Bachelor's of Fine Arts degree. Her style borders between representational and abstract. Her paintings are inspired by Matisse during the Fauvism movement and the Seven, a group of painters working in Canada at the turn of the 20th century. The artists of this movement were called the wild beasts of color. They used the opposites of colors together that would cause the colors to vibrate. Come with me to watch Debra Bretton Robinson work with acrylics and to see what is happening.
My husband has a boat, and we were out there fishing for 4 hours at a time, which is very boring for me. I don't like fish, I don't like to eat them, I don't like to see them swimming. I like to know they're there, that's it, okay? So finally I wised up, and I started bringing canvases with me, and then he had to drag me off. This is one from Lake Massapog in Tingsboro. I don't know if you know of it. And this is Westford, the yellow one over here is Westford Long Softball Pond. And the last one on the left is a very infamous one that's near 10 Pound Island in Gloucester. He went out there in his tiny little boat in the ocean, not a good idea. And they fished, he and my nephew were fishing, and I was painting. Luckily, we found some great architecture, which is what I like. And then we were going back, back to safety, and this giant wave went into our boat, and then I was like, oh my gosh, what's going on? And I'm like, help, help! And then another wave came in, took out my phone. It was very sad. But then he shifted the boat, he put it into full gear, and it went up like this, and all the water came off, and we were able to limp it to port. So.
And was your painting wrong?
No! It's acrylic. That's the one. That is the one that I did. So,
How big is the boat?
not very big.
How many feet?
It's like, I don't know, between 14 and 16.
Oh, wow.
It's pretty small. Oh, okay. So anyway, now I am working in Georgetown, at the Georgetown Middle School, and they have all kinds of great New England architecture over there. So this is what I see. This is my view on the way out of school to the light, the traffic light. And usually, I have to wait a long time, so I have time to make the sketches. And then I never thought I'd get one, and I still don't have one. This is the school, so I borrowed it. So I'm working on my iPad, and I sketch it out, and I enhance it with some cool tools.
What program do you use?
This is Notability, but it's not great, but it's free, and that's what they have. So
Notability?
Notability, yeah.
Can you print that out?
And no. I know. It's free though, so I use it, and I get to, yeah. At some point, I'm going to learn
Yes,
how
you can. You
to
go
export it.
CVS or Walmart.
Yeah?
They'll plug it into their
Really?
machine. It'll come up. You can pick a size, a coffee cup, whatever you want.
Oh.
Or a piece of paper?
All right, well,
Well,
I gotta get to know you. Okay, so, so that's sort of it's not even my process. Well, usually what my process is I go to the place and I paint right there on the scene. Okay, so, but now that I'm working at the school,
So you do a sketch, so you have a base to work from.
not usually, no.
Well, I mean, I can see the house.
Yeah, I did it for you guys, but
Oh,
I don't
okay.
usually do this.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Usually I just start drawing with my paintbrush. And I like a lot of blue. Blue is my thing. I used to do a lot of sketching. Before the kids, I have 3 daughters, and when they were little, I didn't really have a lot of time anymore, so I used to do I used to do a sketch, and then I used to do it in colored pencils, and I used to do a watercolor of it, and then from that, I'd make the acrylic paint. And then that went out the window.
Now you just take the brush and go at it.
Yes, I do. It was a little scary at first, but I got used to it.
What are you using for brushes? You're not using the long ones and,
No, I use really cheap
yeah? Wow, that's-
brushes from Michael's.
Wow, that's awesome.
I like your expensive palette.
Oh, right.
I was hoping somebody would notice that.
Do you really always use a pizza box? Oh, Pepsi or whatever?
Well,
Can
it's
dry.
recycling. I'm a recycler. Okay, this is my yogurt cup. Yeah. And so whatever I have around the house, that is what I use. Now, I did for Christmas, I got a really nice palette, but they get very heavy. And I have to travel light. Because I'm always, I've got my paint bag down here, and it's heavy.
Repainting or painting?
Yeah, I painted over a painting for this purpose, because at home I had a really big canvas, and then I had a really small canvas, and then I had this one. So I just,
I didn't know if that was underneath for a reason.
Sometimes I do an underpainting. These places just hit you, like you don't even have to think them up, they're just there. So you just grab them and you start painting. They compose themselves, that's what I like. And you don't have to do any work.
So you start all your paintings with an outline of shapes?
I do, yeah. And a lot of times they come, pretty easily. And if they come easily, then they are, it doesn't take long to finish them. But other times, they don't like what's going on, and they come into the world kicking and screaming, and then that's not good. Oh, this is modeling paste.
It's still acrylic though. Is it made for painting?
Yes,
Modeling paste.
yes.
Is it,
It's sort of a
do you
paint
use it like
thickener.
if you were knife painting?
You could do that, yep. I just like to use it because it, people accuse me of being too flat. And
So this is thick.
yeah, it thickens things up, you can see the brush strokes better.
But it doesn't it doesn't thin it out.
No,
Like white,
it looks like white paint, but it isn't.
But it doesn't act like white paint, it
Right.
doesn't lighten up your color.
Yeah. And then I have another one that I was experimenting with. Well, a few of them. I have, what's this one? This is Slow Dry Blending Gel Medium. And I don't really like that one too much because I don't want my paint. I want my paint to dry quickly. That's why I don't do oil paint. because it takes forever for it to dry, you can't paint over it, it's such a pain.
What did you say that was the one that you just mentioned?
The one that I don't like too much is the slow dry, where is it?
Over here, is it over here? No, the one flat on the table.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. Slow dry blending gel medium. And, you know, I thought gel medium was gonna be really great. I love, you know, gel medium because you can use it as a glue for collage. But I'm not too crazy about it, so I'll keep it for gluing purposes instead.
Do you traditionally gesso your canvas first, or just?
I do, yes. Yeah. But I'm at Western Avenue as well. We have an open studios every first Saturday of the month from 12 to 5. And my studio is A409. So if you go to the new part of Western Avenue, I'm kind of right off the elevator on the 4th floor. During the Christmas season, for some reason, they usually put my shadows. Been trying to make it look a little more gloppy, you know, because I keep being accused of being too flat. But then, you know, I go back to it and I say, yeah, maybe they're right. Because sometimes, you know, you think it's gloppy and then you get it home and it dries and it's flat again. So, I don't know. Years later, you go back and you're like, oh, I could do that so much better. And then you just do it. You do it again. You paint right over it. Ooh. Yeah, well, I mean, you paint it again.
Okay.
The same colors. But yeah, because you liked it before. I mean, it's still good.
Are you using acrylic?
Yes. I never use oils. I used to in school, and I really hated it. And then I was introduced to acrylics, and I was very happy.
Do you have a particular brand you like?
Acrylics? Yeah. Well, when I have the money, I buy the Liquitex. That's not it. This is it. And when I don't, I buy Michael's Artist Loft paints. But that's okay, because then you have your modeling paste. And it thickens up the paint, and it's good. I mean, it's still, you know, I mean, it's not the best paint, Michael's, you know, Artist Loft, but as long as you have some thickener, then you're okay. I also like to listen to a lot of jazz music, you know. People get really inspired when they hear music. Sometimes it changes your whole painting because you're painting to the beat of the music, you know.
Do you do any commission work?
I'm glad you asked. Yes, I do. And this one here, I don't know if you can see this, but I'm on Facebook a lot, and my husband's friend from high school saw my work, and he said, oh, I would love for you to paint this painting for me. So I started, you know, I gave him the concept sketch and everything, and he said, yes, this is great. Start as soon as possible. So I started painting this flower, this orchid, and he said, hold on, my wife likes your buildings instead.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, okay, I went to Plasto, you know, you wanted the specific size, 16 by 16, and, you know, we built it for you. What do you want me to do with this other painting? And he's like, oh, that's all right, just, you know, we'll paint that, that'll be the second painting. I'm like, okay. So if you don't stick up for yourself, you're not gonna, sometimes you don't, you know, sometimes it's the squeaky wheel. Right? I like to do a lot of cool color paintings. I don't know why. I've always liked blue-green ever since I was 4.
Do you mostly sell from your studio?
Mostly. Sometimes, you know, online, on Facebook. But I also sell prints from fineartamerica.com. And that's always good. They'll print it on anything, you know. They print it on shower curtains and rugs and
Yoga mats.
yoga mats. Right. Yeah. Yeah, so it's pretty good.
Who does that,
fineartamerica.com. From there under either Debra Bretton Robinson or Debra Bretton Robinson. You have to be very specific or they're not gonna, they won't like bring you there, you know? Sometimes they're cranky about that.
just all looks so cheerful, I love the color.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, kind of a happy person.
Do you put like a fixative on at the end, or?
Well, I'm glad you said that, yes. I used it, this is really expensive. It's like, for me, it's like $26 or more. But when it's all dry, I put a gloss varnish on it to protect it. Sometimes you can put a couple of coats. I like to see that because it.
When you paint outdoors, do you find your paint setting up too quickly though, painting outdoors? That you can't do any much blending with the
It
acrylic?
can. I mean, if you're out in the hot sun, it could dry out on you. So sometimes I'll just, unless you just take some and just, or if you have a spray bottle, you know, you can just re-wet it. Does anyone else paint in plein air here? Does anyone else paint in plein air?
Yes,
No?
a little.
A little?
It's difficult.
You think so? Well, it can be, I guess. Especially if you're on a boat, there's a big wind.
Or a wave.
Yeah, yeah, the waves don't help. But there's something about, you know, being out there in the elements.
So do you have like an easel or something that supports your canvas when you're on the boat?
No.
So just like this, like one hand in the other hand?
Yeah.
And if there's a little bit of a wind, you can hold it up, it could be the sail.
That's happened.
I believe it.
Yeah. One time it rained cats and dogs, and I said, I'm sorry, you're gonna sacrifice you, and I just put it up like this, and the whole thing just washed away. Yeah, it was bad. Another time it just sailed out into the water.
Thank you so much for such a colorful demonstration, Debra Bretton Robinson. I think some of the artists who watch you paint would like to try this Fauve style.